follow what lights your soul up. Like it's lighting you up for a reason. So we're meant to actually follow that. And what I think is so powerful about what you were just saying was it gives us the vitality to build and to lean into our strengths, the things that light us up, that come easy. And that's magnetic, as you know, like when you're leaning into speaking on stage, like you are a magnet, people want to lean in because you're doing what you deeply love. And so you create these lean in moments when you're really following what lights you up. So that is such a powerful blueprint to say, don't follow anyone else's blueprint, follow your own. Start to really connect to what lights your soul up. So powerful. And I love that because it's not about copy paste. It's about like, what is my soul desiring to create? So that is a beautiful jumping off point. I absolutely love that. And for those that are wanting to build a community around this, let's say they figure out what really lights them up. And you were speaking into, connections, cross-pollinating audiences, things of that nature. But I'm curious, especially as someone who has built, across social platforms, you have almost 800,000 followers. How did you build these incredible communities? Because people want to lean in. They're curious about what you're creating. How did you build that? What advice would you give to someone who's like, I've got my idea and now I'd love to build a community around it, potentially through social media? How did you do that? Or what advice would you give them?
There's so much.
Yeah. All these questions are so loaded. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's great. No, we'll go step by step here.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight. And I
Yeah.
think it's really, really easy to look at people online now because Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, social media has been around for a while now. So people have been on it since the beginning. So it's very easy to look at somebody who's been on a platform building a community for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, and compare your first day or your first year, or your first few months, or your first 5 years to their 12th year, even in podcasting, right? There are so many people out there that started their podcast right when podcasting became a thing. And of course, they've built a community because they've been consistent. What I found is that consistency and being in it for the long game and showing up every single day, no matter what, especially showing up when you don't think that people are watching or paying attention. That's key because it's very, very easy to show up when a lot of people are watching and you're getting all the accolades and you're getting all the flowers. That's easy. That's fun. The real magic happens when you consistently show up when you don't know if anybody's paying attention and you move through it anyway. And those 2 or 3 or 4 people that are your ride or dies in the beginning, you keep showing up for them and you pour into those people and you create community with those people. It doesn't matter if it's 5 people or 500,000 people or 5 million people. It's being consistent because they're all human beings. They all want to deeply connect with you. It's, imagine what I like to think about when I'm building community. In any way, shape, or form. Like, let's just say, for instance, I've been doing this Instagram live that I do every morning for about 2 years now. I go live every day and put my makeup on in front of people every single day. And I've been doing it consistently, no matter what, Monday through Friday, every day, as long as I'm not traveling or something crazy is happening. And how I built that community was starting off doing it for no one. There was literally a lot of followers, but there was like 5 people that knew I was doing it and showing up. But I kept imagining that I was waking up in the morning and I was speaking in a room in front of 5 actual people. So if I was actually talking to 5 people in a room, I wouldn't just shut it off. I wouldn't zone out. I wouldn't not pour into those 5 people. I would be so present with those 5 people. I would want them to have the best experience because those 5 people showed up for me. There is no difference than those 5 people showing up for me than 500,000 or 5 million people showing up for me. They're all human beings watching, and I want to give them the best experience ever. Community is more about the connection that you have with the individual people than it is about numbers and vanity metrics. And there is a book out there called 1,000 True Fans. I'm not quite sure who wrote it, but the concept of 1,000 True Fans, I feel like if we can focus on deepening our relationships with our community members by truly connecting with them through our content, through DMs, through actually engaging with them when they comment on our posts and being consistent, showing up for them day in and day out, no matter what, even if you feel like nobody's paying attention, those people that are, if you can continue to build that relationship and show up for them consistently and keep going, even when you don't feel like it's working, that is who wins in the end. And when I say win, I mean creates that big community that you so desire, or not even big, because I would rather an engaged community than a big community. Because if I have a super engaged community of 500 people that show up every day for me, want to buy everything that I'm selling, want to support me with everything that I've got going on, I'd much rather that than a million people that don't really care and don't really show up and don't buy anything.